Yes, man. We're lonesome. I'm here. I'm live. I'm live. I'm with PNP Councillor candidate Colin Anthony Bell, right, from the Fellowship Division in Portland. Colin, how you doing?
I'm blessed, man. Blessed, giving God Almighty thanks,
Yes. All right. So you're running for the local government election in this coming up election, right? For Portland.
Yes, definitely.
Fellowship Division.
Yeah.
All right. What,
Fellowship Division in Portland.
Okay, so tell me something. You run before, you're running on a PNP ticket now, but I get to understand you run as an independent before.
Yeah, man. Couple of years ago, I ran as an independent candidate.
Oh. But this time you're running on the PNP ticket.
Well, I was always a PNP supporter, but, sometimes you want to show a little dissent. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So tell me something now. I get to understand you have a four-side plan. You have a plan.
A four-point crime plan.
It's a crime plan. It's a four-point crime plan. Yeah. So you can tell the audience a little more about that 4-point crime plan that you have for that division.
I lose you a while ago, Lord, so.
All right. So we're asking about the crime plan, the 4-point crime plan that you have. That if you win, you want to, put in place or work on.
Hear me now?
Gone again? You keep on freezing, yeah? You keep on freezing.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm an internet kind of weak because people have teeth out the copper from flow, So I'm using a different internet service where not as strong,
Okay. So all right, I can't hear you now. So tell me about the plan now. The plan.
Hearing you though.
But I'm hearing you clear. You're not hearing
me? You at all.
Wow. Maybe you know what you have to do. You have to log out and log in back.
Hold on alone some let me just check something because I'm not hearing you. Let me check something.
Yes. Not hearing me good enough. So I'm checking out something. Yeah, man. All right. So this is Colin. We're introducing Colin Bell from the Fellowship Division in Portland. Yeah. Councillor candidate for the upcoming.
We can hear you now.
You can hear me now? Yes. Can you hear me now? You hear me now, Colin? Yes, man. Yes, by the upcoming local government election. Yeah? Yes, Colin, you can hear now? You can hear? You're not hearing? All right, make we just go through. If that giving you some problem, make I do something like this. Okay. You're still not hearing? Yeah, man, we want to get Colin up. Yeah, like the internet giving him some problem over there. Make us see if I can call him. Yes, make us see if I can call him. Yes. All right, we're going to interview Colin Bell, yeah, from in Portland here, from the Fellowship Division. Yeah, councillor candidate. Right. The internet giving us some problem, some glitches over there, yeah. So I'm just trying to work it out. All right, I can see right here. All right, I can see you now.
May I hear you now?
Oh yeah, hear me now. All right,
yes.
and they're clearer now. I can just move this one. All right, let me just do something else. Take off one of them, yeah. Hold on. All right, let me just do this now. All right, this better now, yeah? Can you hear me now?
May I hear you loud and clear?
All right, good. All right, people did that wait, All right, so give me a rundown on the 4-point crime plan that you have there. Yes.
All right. First thing, Lonesome, I don't believe the government is interested in cutting the crime rate because it is very simple to deal with crime in Jamaica. Jamaica is not a big country, 3 million people. And if we're really serious about crime, within a 3 months period, we can see crime trending down constantly. First thing in the 4-point plan, they said that the force is short of manpower. So I'm suggesting to the government that they take 1,000 members from the Jamaica Defense Force, train them for 6 weeks in the law and the powers of arrest, and bring them into the police force. Now, these 1,000 people are already trained physically. They are already trained tactically. They are trained in firearm. So all they need now is to get the as it relates to policing and the powers of arrest. So right away, within 6 weeks, we are going to increase the force by 1,000 members. That is the first part of the 4-point plan. The second part is that, yeah, we are going to use states of emergency. But here we're going to use the states of emergency now. Very strategic. Let's say, for instance, you get information that criminals and guns are in Timbuktu. You are...
Whoa. Yeah, man, getting down in some serious talking here. Yeah. And get a little cut. Serious talking here, yes? Yes, Colin. Yeah. 4-point crime plan. You know, we want to hear a little more about that. Yeah? Yeah, man. All right. Let me see what I want now. Yes, sir. Yeah,
how far would it reach?
Timbuktu.
Yeah, so you get...
Yes. Tell me now.
You get information that guns are in Timbuktu.
Yes.
So you're going to call a state of emergency for 7 or 14 days just in Timbuktu. And when you're going to Timbuktu now, you're going to go in there with more members of the security forces that are citizens. So you're going to search toilet, church, school, garbage bin, every house, big man house, small man house, and we're going to go get the guns. Because one of the primary...
Whoa. Yeah, I want to hear this and I want, ask him some things. Come on, line. Work good. Yes,
so the states of emergency will be used, but in strategic places and for a shorter period of time. The government don't need opposition to call the states of emergency for 7 or 14 days. Now, if you are in an area and you're not finished within the 14 days, then you ask for the extension maybe for another 7 days.
But let me answer
deal with.
Let me just answer something with that though. Same state of emergency, can you say 7 or 14 days? But the police them have the powers, If a place flare up, them could have used the what you call it, the curfew, and them can go along and continue it as long as, and them can do everything. You understand? Them can do everything under the same curfew, but anyway, go along. So them now have a depend on even the state of emergency to say, because them can use the same curfew powers and do what they want to do. You drop curfew, you seize it, and you can't say we'll drop curfew for 4 or 5 days and we extend it. You understand? So if you say 14 days, them can use that too. You hearing me?
No, without any additional powers. So the states of emergency give you the opportunity that you can just run in a man house and search it without having a search warrant. And you can
remember saying, Colin, remember said the same thing that want me to start, but can do it without search warrant, It can.
Yeah, but the curfew can't call for so long.
No, but it can't.
The curfew can only call for a short period of time.
Yes. But let me tell you something though. And with
the states of emergency, Lonesome, with the states of emergency,
yes,
the defense force also have the powers of arrest.
Me know that, but what we have to try doing, because we have a bigger problem than just that. All them fight crime. Because I believe in our next way. We believe in a law and order and thing, but I believe in a, as a man, we believe in a law and order, but I believe in a creating job opportunities and all kind of little things. Because we have around 40,000 kids that leave school every year.
All of them social things they are need.
Yes.
I'm going to change my location. I want to change my location and see if I can get some better signal.
Yes,
because
man.
I don't like how this thing I break up on a regular basis.
Yeah, man, change the location because it's very interesting. Very, very. Yeah, man.
See if you have to work a little bit.
All right. Yeah, let me see if it work better now. Right? Because, you know, we need, you know, because when I see what's what for a country lift up out of these things, because remember, when them have $1 million and then give people work, it help cut down something because Ireland, when you use Ireland, they give them work. You know, say, back in where I born and going at East Kingston. Me see when them come with them gully work, well, you know, me not participate in these things. But when them come with it, you them work, you know. Them work.
But you're the problem.
If you can come with some agencies and put some people back to work and make with something to uplift the country, we can cut crime too, you know, brother. Because even after the state of emergency, what we gonna do? What we do after that?
No, but you're the problem. You're the problem. What is happening in Jamaica is like a pipe burst. Yeah?
You know,
so the pipe breaks.
It have too much pressure now. It have too much pressure, that's why. Yes.
Hold on. The pipe break.
Yes.
All of the water run out.
Yes.
So the first thing you have to do, you have to stop that bleeding. Now, after you stop that bleeding, then you deal with maintenance. Because it needs a lot of social intervention. So as for the long term.
Brother. A lot.
But crime right now needs an immediate measure to deal with it right now. Because we got over 80 from this year now.
I know.
Yeah. So with all the job creation and all of that is needed. But one of the main things for the long-term solution is education. Because Dr. Herbert Gill will tell you that people who are educated about university degree don't really get into crime.
No, but tell me something now. You don't say something now. So when dear man did come over there and run and I tell them about education, why these people, you see, we have to change the mindset of the people who them have vote and what them have vote for, and not the handout, but you know, something to uplift the place.
Lonesome. These things are written. These things are written. Let me tell you something.
Yes.
You see what happened in Damian Crawford election?
Yes.
They use rum and money. Now, it was the other night I was reading my Bible. And like the Almighty said, look at Proverbs 31. And Proverbs 31 tells you, give strong drink to those who are ready to perish. Let them forget their heavy-heartedness and their poverty. So Damian Crawford came to East Portland with a plan. And the other people came with rum and money. And I just when you see it, say, give the people rum. Make them forget them poverty. Give who are ready to perish rum. And that's why the people of East Portland now are perishing. So if we don't go right now to cut off the criminals, because you see, one of the things now, Lonesome, I give you two. The third point is what you do in New York, stop and frisk. You cannot have a country as Jamaica with the kind of crime rate that we have. And I'm a traveler. I drive around Jamaica every hour of the day, every hour of the night, and I have never been searched. How can you have a country with so much crime and you walk out a road with a gun in your waist and it's 0.5% of a chance that you might be searched? We have to turn that around. So the government now must implement stop and frisk. That don't need no more money. It might need passing of some legislation. Yeah? Because if you
but let me just ask, because I have to ask the things them, you know, because we still have to protect the people them right. But if we come with stop and frisk like in New York, remember say when you have a corrupt force and you put certain amount of power in them hand, it can be a recipe for danger, for abuse.
Yes.
Like when we see in a Portland the other day, a man, remember, you know, you don't catch a man with a gun and a police approach a young man and say, what you know about me?
Yeah.
That I tell you because me here on the ground, because me don't talk to the people them already, so me know what going on. What you hear about me? Hey boy, me tell you, anything about your friend them with a gun.
Yeah.
I kill me, I go what kill you. Remember, if you the thing said that was a gunman, the first thing that go and him friend them have them rifle over them chest, lay down. So the first thing you'd approach him with caution and you'd ask for a search.
Yes.
Just you know, touch him. This has shown me say it's a personal vendetta, and yeah, use the badge and gun as a bully. So if you give them too much of this kind of power, it's a bad recipe. That's why we need some things, you know, but we need to change that police force too, you know. Because
the
they have
police
links in
force,
the underworld too, you know.
the police force needs overhauling.
It have to
Needs
better.
overhauling.
Because you
But
can't get better if all right. That's why I believe you should not have no prime minister can just come and pick a man and say you for be the commissioner. After you and me turn police and do beat and foot and go through rank and file and look out for reach a top job, you just pick a man and put him that way.
I hear
your interest.
I hear you
don't
and
believe
Paul on that, and I never thought of it that way before, but I want to agree with it. I want to agree. Yeah, because you don't want to politicize crime.
That is the problem.
And crime has been politicized in Jamaica. When the Prime Minister came out and said that he had the solution for crime, he never had any solution.
And that is a politicize. You politicize the crime.
Politicizing
and then you come
crime.
And cry now. What you do? You want people to sign for you after you say if you vote for your party, you're dead.
But you see, so bad. When you have a leader who cries because there's a disaster in the country, a natural disaster, then you can understand. When you have a leader who cries because he doesn't have the solution for crime, he has given up. So right now, Jamaica needs leadership. And that's why I am putting forward this plan that at least them can have an idea of some of the things to do. Stop and frisk in New York was abused. I am hoping that it will not be abused in Jamaica. Yes, we have some rogue police officers, but guess what? We can't, because a few bad police officers who don't implement the measures that would assist the country in cutting down this crime rate. Because you see, a lot of people, a man called me Saturday on my radio program. And when we talk about crime, him said, where the PNP would have done. So I said to the man, said, are you willing to wait 4 years for the crime rate to go down? Him said, no. Some say about PNP in a power now. It's 4 years more before our next election is due. I want crime to go down in my country now. I don't want to wait till PNP in power go down. I am in politics because I love Jamaica. I am not in politics because I love PNP. I want to help my country. I signed up for the Jamaica Defense Force willingly. Because I am telling a man that I am ready to take up arms to defend my country. So therefore, if we change the narrative, and a man thinks that when him take up a gun, if him go out a road, there's a 9 chance out of 10 he's going to be searched. He might think 3-4 times before him take it up. But now in Jamaica, a man knows him push a gun in his waist, he will never be searched. So we have to change that. When police stop at taxis, the driver him not search the car. So one of the other things is that if the police pay the kind of attention that they pay to traffic, to taxi man, to crime, we'll have a better Jamaica. And Lonesome, I must say this: the police in Jamaica, they are not doing the kind of work. No operation to take place at Jamaica, no brother. You ever hear about any police operation for the longest while where anybody go off a criminal?
No, them that's a blind spot. No, but so all right, me gonna ask you something now. When you do crime and you really want take out the root of crime, it needs a lot of intelligence. And if you have a lot of intelligence on the ground, brother, you have to work with people in the community. Because if you alienate those people, you will never get nothing in our reach nowhere either.
You can't reach nowhere. You have to get the intelligence.
That's why I say you cannot.
The fourth
you
part
see the same taxi man you just talk about. You see the taxi man you just talk about. Very important. You see the eagle then on the road.
Very important.
The taxi man and the bus people, very important to help solve crime. You know why? The eagle in the road, in every parish, a cell, them see where I go on.
Here where I go on.
A man might take a taxi now and say, me I go down here, so 3 man and them look suspicious. But if the taxi man trusts you, instead of you harass him, and him trust you, as a
wink.
As him drop you off, him say, me just drop off 3 man, me not like how them look.
Or if you stop him.
But when you, because you give me a crime plan, but when them do some harass a taxi man.
Taxi man not telling nothing.
You think the eagle can tell you something?
And Lonesome.
Okay.
That's why I am against the way the government calls states of emergency. Because what they are doing is turning a lot of youth, innocent youth, into criminal. Because when you take up a man who has never breached, who has never even steal sugar, and lock him up for 14 days or 3 months.
1 year.
What you do to that man? What you do to him?
You
lock up a man. This man has never steal his mother's sugar. and you put him in jail under state of emergency for 3 months. You know what
So
happened to that man?
where you turn him in and you turn him against you.
That's
Okay, so you lock me up. All right, you are police and you lock me up now. And you anger me about, hey boy. And remember now, you take away the power. Remember in the front of court, you can, you know, that you have to
just lock me up.
You can indefinitely. So if you keep me like the last state of emergency for nearly 2 years, and you
Yes.
600 and odd young man, some of them
Can't
lose
keep
their
them 2
baby
years.
mother, them lose them
Yeah.
work and everything. So them
Yeah.
bruise. So
Yeah,
when
man.
you do that now, when you think them are, if them see something, them are come give you information and call you, them never want to chat to you.
They know
If
you're
they
not
scared
with
to them
police.
that, what going to happen? So you see, sometimes the heavy-handed tactic is
No
not
work.
going to work. You know what about crime? If you notice, it's reprisal killing. It's not about bank rob. It's not wholesaler book. If say, it's not like the man them a walk and just see a bus and just a shoot up a bus and a do things. Them a kill each other.
Yeah.
Most of the time, them are friends. Most of the
Yeah.
time, because it has started from a root where somebody did
Corruption.
kill somebody for decades. A man, you grew up now, and you turn man, you say, you know, so that man there, other man, them you father kill my father. You don't know a father. Now, if you go through the right child, grew up right in a and man put a gun in your hand. Remember, you have revenge your father death. Or your uncle there. And you do some woman go make a move. Now, all them know, you know, them never know, them youth don't know, so for them father kill your father, you know. But them know, so them want to kill you and kill back your pitney, you know. So you have
Everybody.
the side. We need
Yeah.
a truth and conciliation, my brother. We need
There's-
some work. We need some mediators, brother. But when you
But
come
we
with
had
too much
those,
heavy
you know.
and the tactic, it will not work. So when
We
if you
had
trouble the
mediators.
taxi man them, if you trouble the taxi man them, like how me see a deal with, like how the police deal with them, and the eagle them how you deal with them, you will never get. Remember them that the road them say everybody want move.
I
So
hear
if
everything.
man I do under so he may just see and just whisper, and him them can talk to police in confidence without
Everything
them
talking at the taxi, you know. Everything talking at the taxi.
But the taxi man or you pressure them, especially robot. You think they can talk to the police, brother?
No, I tell you nothing. We need a different focus.
Show you something because that effort in every man okay you're bad. You have somebody where you have confidence in them where you talk to. Them have somewhere where them live and somewhere where them sleep. But if you bother them like that and you pressure other people, them now look on your right, you're not gonna get nothing, and them not care.
The fourth point in the crime plan loan sum is legislation. We need legislation in Jamaica. We talk about intelligence. Police in Jamaica can't buy intelligence. You need to be able to buy intelligence. You need to be able to employ some people who will go get the information.
You call them informers.
Exactly.
Yes.
Paid informers. They say we have 130 at gang. You need to infiltrate those gangs.
So you fight crime.
You understand?
I mean, I talk for the shooter, man. Yes.
So legislation need to be put in place to infiltrate the gangs. Police must be able to buy information. You must see a man a walk where you know him from your boy. But guess what? He's a paid informer by the security forces. And he's giving information. Yeah? I give a story where a virgin told me one time. I have a virgin named Ugly. Used to live in England.
Yes.
Ugly said he used to sell drugs in England. And he used to sell drugs to a man. But the man have on a big pendant. And the man always admire the man pendant. Him say one day him sell the man a ball. And when him sell the man a ball, him hold the pendant and say, yo, that pendant you bad enough. You see when them boss Ugly, and Ugly got caught. At that time, Ugly knows that man was a police because the pendant where him hold.
Yeah, man,
Ugly said, the pendant. I saw him picture in the court. Yeah? So,
man.
We are joking. The legislation must also put stiffer penalty on illegal firearm. You know that in Jamaica lonesome, if you get caught with 10 firearms, it's the same charge as if you get caught with 1.
I see that, yeah.
Because no legislation in Jamaica for the trafficking of firearm. We must put that in place. When a man get caught with a gun, it must be a mandatory 15 years. And then when you do the ballistics, anybody the gun kill. If that man don't give up who used the gun before, him get charged for the murder as well. We need to put all of those in place. Corruption need to cut out and people need to go to prison for stealing public funds. Because it's that kind of corruption where the youth them are look on the rich people them and the politician them or them are misappropriate public funds and not now happen to them. So they must say, yo, if not now happen to them, man, then why something happen to me? How can a man dead in a man house and the man in the house shot fire, man stab up, police said there's no forced entry, and a man don't even go to jail. So the youth them look on them thing there. And I say, yo, me not understand this. How this can happen? How can you murder a sitting member of parliament in a house and you don't even give him an official funeral? Not even an official funeral. A sitting member of parliament. So them kind of thing there breed resentment. I'm gonna say, yo, them man are not tougher than me. Me can do my thing too. So
because everything
I have to go across the board for everybody, brother.
Cross the board.
Cross the board. So if the government introduce the stop or frisk, use the state of emergency in a strategic way just to go after criminal, because what can happen alone some? You call a state of emergency this week in a Timbuktu, and you hear say Moko tomorrow. You call it over Moko. And you hear say Jerusalem next week. You call it a Jerusalem. So anybody criminal them go, you go after them, you have to get the criminals on the run. Look what the man with them goat. The man them thief, the man goat. The man called police. Yeah? And get back 30 I'm good. And then the man come at the money the night after and turn on machine gun fire. Ratatatatata. And the government did nothing. Who is defending the Jamaican people? We have lost it.
You see that? So I'm telling you, because most of the time when even police come out and we drop, the guys them who them go off and move already. The firearm them move. Because you have people, remember, you know, same like you say one peer informant for infantry.
Yeah.
The gangs, well, you have criminal infantry at the force. Them in the force. Them father was gunman and thing, no doubt about it. And them uncle are still gunman and who are gunman, and they are still hire them and put them in the force. So if loan something say something and come talk, maybe all right, you in the force, but you are the wrongs. Me no know say you're attached to this gang, you know. When you look at you come to. And when we come to you, you take everything, information, my address and everything, but you know, say if them boss, you are boss. What you gonna do? You gotta call them and say, make sure you get rid of the man from tonight, you know.
I tell you something. I show you why the government not serious about crime. The police and the government are fought over wages now. How can you have that in a time when murder is at its highest? You and the police that are fought over money.
All right, over money.
Over money.
How much money are the police budget for the fiscal year? Over 84 billion?
Billions, yes.
Billion with a B.
Billions.
But you still, them have a budget and you buy the vehicle, them and fix up where you have fix up and give them this budget. But them pay, them salary, you know, that no, something wrong. So the man can work free.
Listen,
yes.
The government focus is totally wrong because the government is spending most of that money on the JDF. And the JDF not fighting crime.
26 billion them get, them have 12 first, and them get over 100%. Them get 26 billion. That's a different thing. So between the JDF and them is 100 and something billion that. Right?
On crime.
And I remember them are use building. Them are building, them are put in more things and I show you say, well, do this. And the next thing, where that's about the health system too. You see a lot of things breaking away, broken down where, brother.
Loads up. From 2016, I said, do not renovate Cornwall Regional Hospital. Broke down the hospital, build a new one. Because the thing is, Cornwall Regional Hospital was built with a Canadian design. It never built for a tropical country. And therefore, that's why the moles start coming up in Cornwall Regional. So I said to the government, brought down the building. Them said, no, them going to fix it. We have gone over $6 billion on Cornwall Regional. Port Antonio. In fact, Portland have one hospital, which is a type B. A type C, sorry. A type C hospital in Jamaica is a big clinic. So what Portland...
Well, maybe let's correct something. The type A, I don't business. That is a big clinic. Much as type C. So let me just tell it straight.
No, compared to a first world country.
All right.
Compared to a first world country, yeah. But in Jamaica, the type C hospital is a big clinic. Because what they do at a type C, you're sick, them stabilize you and send you off. No, it is almost an hour and a half drive from Port Antonio to St. Anne's Bay. So the health system in Jamaica is broken, needs to be fixed. And the sad part of it, Lonesome, Jamaica is such a rich country. We have everything in Jamaica to create wealth. But because of a lack of vision, the people are perishing.
That's the problem. Yes.
That's the government, and we not just blame it on this government, you know, because
it's previous, because
we possess the vision to create the wealth. And this government don't have none either. So there's a serious problem with leadership in Jamaica. Look at the entertainment industry, Lonesome. Jamaica now make no money out of entertainment. And look how much entertainers we have. Look how much entertainment we have.
Aside, you know. Them choose aside. So these are the problem, because overseas we have to make our money and thing, but still we spend the most in a Jamaica and try to help the same people then. Which so if never us, sometimes them people that suffer and perish.
No, is remittance carrying Jamaica?
Of course.
Remittance.
Of course. Over 3 billion. Them talk last year. And look
but this government tell the people in the diaspora that we don't want your help as it relates to crime. We just want your money.
Yes.
But when it comes to crime, we don't want your help. How can you? And we have so much bright people abroad.
You see, that I'm talking about. That I'm talking about. Yeah. So what all right, if you now go back to that now. So if you get elected, what's the difference you're gonna make in your division? So uplift these people. Come here, Damien Crawford with that thing where I don't know why them push it down, you know. And trick the people that call rum now work for me, you know.
I used to be Damien's roadman. I used to be Damien's roadman. It is the first time that I step out in a politics them way, because a lot of the things we hear Damien talk about are things that I believe in, things where me and him sit down. Some of them are me and him come up with them. Yeah. So in my division, the Rio Grande Valley, I call it a basket of wealth, because that's where Moortown is. That's where Nanny is from. Jamaica only national heroine. So one of my vision, Lonesome, I don't know if you have ever been to Port Antonio. We have a big English clock in the town. And I am saying to the leaders, lick down the clock, put up a statue of Nanny, put a storyboard beside it, and we could develop a maroon village in Moortown as a tourist attraction that people can get jobs. I am also saying to the people in the valley that the war between the maroon and the English, we must invite some of the big production company to get that on film, and that will create billions in the Rio Grande Valley.
Yeah, man.
We also want to develop the crayfish industry, aquaculture in the Rio Grande Valley, because we have the most rivers in the valley, the most rivers up there in the Rio Grande Valley. So I'm saying to the youths that this mission is to move our people from street side greetings to business meetings, to see our youth becoming entrepreneurs, creating their own employment, making money. The Rio Grande Valley is rich in flora and fauna. If you talk about natural herbs, we have it in the Rio Grande Valley. And tell you what, Lonesome, United Nations has declared the Rio Grande Valley World Heritage Site. So therefore, we must use that status to take our people out of poverty. And that's the kind of vision that I am taking into the Rio Grande Valley.
That good enough. So you're gonna that be a good idea if you could get them for you know, because some people them act out every year. You know, the maroon and the British,
the English
and things, the English.
All right, so that's what the Maroon Village. That's what the Maroon Village will do. Every day, it will be that we'll be enacting the whole ritual of the Maroon. So when they will come into the village, see the lifestyle, eat the food, see how we used to hide from the English, see how we use the camouflage. Would I take them to a place called Watch Hill, where the Maroons used to stay and watch out the English, would teach people how to blow their bangs. So it would be a lifestyle. So in the village, you'd also have Airbnb, so people could have come and live in the village for a little while.
That's excellent. So nothing not start like that yet in the village?
No,
nothing not start up there yet?
No, brother. No, not like that. I mean, we have our Nanny celebration. Like all the people in our compound have their celebration. We have a nanny celebration day. But a one-day thing is not enough. The history in the Rio Grande Valley is too rich for one day. It has to be an everyday thing. So when we set up the village now, you know, every day people will come into the village. And as I said to the people in the Rio Grande Valley, we're going to have 30, 40 buses coming a day. So young people will get work as tour guide. You would have somebody playing the role as nanny. You'd have somebody playing the role as the warriors. There are still caves in the Rio Grande Valley where the muskets are.
All right, so
we have Nanny Falls, we have Scatterwater Falls, we have a lot of sites in the Rio Grande Valley, my brother.
Okay, let me just say something to you. Trish Newman. Said madness ticking down the clock. Pure madness. Put up the statue somewhere else by the pier, for example.
Let me tell you something about the clock.
Yes.
Let me tell you something about the clock, Lonesome. I am 51 years of age. And that clock has never worked. It has never worked. It is a symbol of English slavery because every clock we are talking about come off a Big Ben. Yeah? And we must emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. What we're doing with the English clock after the English slave us and beat our foreparents.
Okay. Yes. Let me just read something there. Let me just have something else about. Yeah. So tell me now, job creation. Me know up in the Rio Grande Valley, but well up that side you run. But say you're about to come back into power. What you would like them to do different with job creation and the export, you know, versus import, where wrong to me, totally off and everything. What not try to do different?
You see the Rio Grande Valley Lonesome, it's fertile ground. So we also have a plan for organized farming, where we put groups of people together. So who are going to cash crop. If you're going to plant callaloo, we're going to get enough people to plant callaloo that when we get a market, we can sustain the market. Yeah. So the big push in the Rio Grande Valley for me is entrepreneurship, that people will create their own employment because there's not much else to do. And that's why we're going into aquaculture where you can raise tilapia fish. You can, I don't know if you have ever had crayfish Lonesome. Crayfish is $1,500 a pound.
Whoa. Yeah.
$1,500 a pound. And it's fresh water. You can raise it in your backyard. So imagine a man can sell 1,000 pounds of crayfish a month. You'll be a millionaire. So
the man come up with the quote. And them struck it down with, you know, a good thing.
Then you know, see Hardly Shine a Damian Crawford boat pen recently.
Oh.
You never see Hardly Shaw.
Yes.
And before Floyd Green did go in and boat pen too. Because let me tell you something, Lonesome, if you can raise goat, you'll be a millionaire.
$1,500 a pound for goat meat.
Goat meat. What we are eating in Jamaica as mutton is breed out sheep.
A breed out sheep. I know that.
Garbage. You understand? But the people of East Portland took nothing over Damian Crawford's idea. Because nothing was presented, you know. When them called Damian Goatman, nothing was presented as an alternative. When them said beautiful speaking can't put food on table, nothing else was presented. And right now, the people in Ferry Hill are calling for somebody to speak for them because the road is under construction and they know nothing that is happening. Nobody speaks to the people.
So time for the people, them all them representative accountable.
Well,
so you like you come now and you talk and the people them because them are listening you. So everything where you have on paper and you say you're going to move to this, so them must hold you accountable for
of
what.
Course. Okay, of course. If you come forward as a politician or as a leader and say, these are my plans, this is what I want to do. If within your 4 years term, you don't do them and the people don't know where they are, because you see, everything is a process, Lonesome.
Yes.
And when you're representing people, you must make them know every time where you are, what is happening. And that's why I said to the people of the Rio Grande Valley, I am coming to organize the valley. I am the person who organized the largest paid event in Portland. Nobody no make a bigger show in a Portland than me. I mean, organize the Portland Jerk Festival.
Okay.
60,000 people will bring a bus stand. And we never do it one time, not two times, not three times. We do it over and over again. So I'm saying to the people in the Rio Grande Valley, I am bringing that coordinating skills to organize people, to write projects, because we have some terrible roads in the valley, you know, lonesome. You have a road to a place called Millbank. It's a river course. You have a road to a place called Bellevue. It's a river course. I am just coming from Moortown. The road to going to Moortown is a disgrace as an heritage site, as the home of Nanny. It's a disgrace. And I said to the people in Moortown, 1 year as your councillor, the road in Moortown have to be paved. My born politician, you know, just lonesome. He's a leader. My born politician.
Yeah, so you step up because you want to do something for the people them now.
We want to see my people live a better life. And I believe that Jamaica can offer our people a better life. And I am one of them, like your former president said, think not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And I want to do for my country. I want to do for my fellow man. I want to see them earning. I believe the greatest thing in life is to teach a man to fish, not to give him a fish. When you teach a man to fish, you feed generations. When you give a man a fish, you feed him, you give him a meal.
That's true. How long those roads fix? For you know yourself.
Them bad forever. Forever. So I'm not go on like them did good under PNP. Them bad forever.
Them bad forever.
Yeah.
So each time people come, them promise people road and water. You know, in it and about road and water, you want to set up something to create employment and do things. So,
you see, water lonesome. Water is breakfast. Road is lunch and light is dinner. These are must have.
Yeah, it's a must have. So them should even promise them that it must fix.
As a leader, you must ensure that these things are dealt with.
Yes.
And I said to the people in the Rio Grande Valley, I am not even going to be depending on central government. We are going to organize the community, seek grant funding to fix these roads, because the fact that the Rio Grande Valley has the status of World Heritage Site, I believe that we can get outside help to deal with those roads. So that is my mission, to seek outside help to deal with the Bellevue Road and the Millbank Road.
Yes, yes. Now some people have asked about water. Me just talk to him about the water. We have on the
water is a plenty in the Rio Grande Valley. Yes. What you need now is to organize the distribution. And I want to big up the Colonel of the Maroon, because presently GSF is funding a water project in the Seamans Valley area. That was a project that the Colonel and the Seamans Valley people had applied for over 8 years. That's finally come true, and that is happening now. So we have to also do more of that kind of stuff in the Rio Grande Valley.
Yes, you're gonna do more of that. Yes. So presently now, who running the municipality in Portland? Who have the most seat?
The GLP have the most seat, but the fellowship division is without representative because the councillor died from COVID last year. I think it was last year.
Yeah, I think yes.
So there's no councillor in the fellowship division right now.
Oh. So there's no councillor, and them never run nothing at all. Them just make it stay vacant until
it just stay. The people are suffering. In fact, lonesome the other day, I had to take money from my pocket and bush a part of the main road, because the two sides of the road was coming together. So I had to get some people, pay them, and bush the road.
So that's the next thing though. You'd set up something different as a councillor. You know, like, you know, you have some people, you know, you put them on some job for like, not about 3-day job for bushing road. But I think the central government should start hire people.
There used to be what is called a leadman service. We have some men where just go around and bush the road straight after them job. But I don't know what happened to it of late. I'm not seeing those people on the road. And the road is overgrown from time to time.
That cannot be good.
It's like just Christmas time you get a little bushing thing. That can't work.
So the whole of Jamaica, and when you talk to other people in Jamaica, the same thing you're hearing. And then you hear it like $1 billion spent for 1 year. You just book out something for 2 days, and that's it. And people getting 1,500 per day.
And somebody sink off the money.
That need to stop. So what? All right. So if you people get back into government, what you're going to do different for old people account and send people to prison when them put them on in the cookie jar?
You see,
What you
Lonesome,
like done? Yes, yes.
I am a member of the People's National Party because I believe that the People's National Party stands for integrity. Yeah? And people will say the People's National Party have scandals and who have whatever scandals. But when you look at a man like Dr. Peter Phillips, who stood predominant in this country and stood up against crime and stood up against corruption and cronyism, but we did not accept him. I am seeing in Mark Colin somebody who will stand up against corruption, and that's why we are saying that legislation must also be changed, because to hold politicians accountable shouldn't be left to the government. Mocha must be given that kind of charge that they can lock up politicians without the government telling a politician to resign. When the accounting general find the kind of pilfering that they find at the Ministry of Education, and then the police went to search Royal Reed, and you have a justice minister that come out and said the police shouldn't arrest Royal Reed at that time in the morning like Decodemus in the night. He should never be justice minister, because a man steal Aki from King's House and go prison. He never said nothing about that, and it's millions Royal Reed charged for. So I am saying to my party, you know, that our next term in power can't be no foolishness. And I said to people all the while, look at the last PNP administration under Portia Simpson Miller and tell me where the corruption were.
Okay. So you're sending some straight message, and you know your party knowing that the foolishness, that foolishness. Yes?
Well,
tell me something though. Well, I'm gonna talk to Dr. Dayton Campbell later tonight. So I want to leave something to ask him. So you know, we just leave something to ask him because to the same party. I'm the general secretary, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yes. So definitely I'm gonna talk to him later tonight. So I'm gonna leave something to ask him. You understand? Because the people them that a lot of people, we, you know, Lent and Better Jamaica said them don't have no representative, like them don't have no opposition now, you know, working unity.
Yes. Lonesome. A lot of the things when you hear people ask, where's the opposition?
Yes. See, somebody just write it there. Why the opposition not speaking up? Yes.
And the know same party not doing the right thing.
All right. So repeat again, because some people are ask why the opposition not speaking up. You see, them asking it. A lot of people asking these things.
What can an opposition do, Lonesome? If people wanted the PNP to be running Jamaica, they should have voted for the PNP. They voted out the PNP because they want the GLP. So it's only one party run Jamaica at a time. One prime minister at a time. So right now we have to talk about the government of the Jamaica Labour Party. PNP is not in power.
No, them said for oppose, and speaking of them said for oppose and talk about all these ills that the government going on with. Because
it is the opposition that brought them to the forum. It is the opposition that people know most of where I
want. Because them say them not hear them. You understand? Them not hear more from Mark Golding. You know, them not hear, like how when the ruling party now was in power, you know, them used to just jump on everything and run. Them not hear
that. Some you have people who are tyrant and virago.
Okay.
The PNP is not that kind of virago. Remember when PJ Patterson put on $2 on gas, the GLP almost burned down the country.
Okay.
You don't do that.
Yeah,
remember when Michael Manley?
Yes. Remember the gas.
Michael Manley said, "Eat where you grow and grow where you eat." The Jamaica Labour Party brought in the CIA. Them hide the food and said, "Stand firm and eat worm." PNP don't do them thing there, and that's why I'm a member of the People's National Party, because we build Jamaica. We can't tear Jamaica and then we want to be the leader of it.
Okay, so you more want build you're more building the country, you know, in the nice monger. You just want
So sometimes we give the government a chance to govern.
Oh, so so you don't call it more, you want to give them a breathing space.
And that's why at a time That's why at one time the PNP used to support the SOEs. Because we say, all right, the government now have no more tool in them crime plan, they don't know nothing else. So allow them, make them run them SOEs. So after them running for years and years, I was say now we say, no, we can't support that because what you are doing is turning some of the youth into criminals.
And that's bad. I can tell you that bad. And I just said to you, you know, yeah, it's the next thing this them for taking consideration. I don't know who advising them or who advising the commissioner, who them. You can't have police as a zero tolerance. You must have discussion. And you can't have police just come out and you attack taxi man like that. And the vendors, because them see more than anybody else. Them they right there and see what's going on in the street, especially those who them carry people and drop them off. But if you don't work with them in a little
build a relationship with the citizens.
Yeah, if you don't do that, you're not going to, you're not reach nowhere.
Now get the information and the intelligence not going to come.
By the way, them for stop treat poor people like subhuman. They need to stop treat poor people like subhuman.
Too much classism in Jamaica, Lonesome. The classism is terrible in Jamaica.
Classism wicked, yes. The class.
That is one of the things that is causing the problem. The big man get away with a lot of things, and the poor man go to jail for nothing.
You see, people are right. The police force corrupted, treating Jamaican citizens like trash. Because you see, people seeing all these things. So if you have people now go with you, or you treat them, or you treat them family member, or you gonna get information, or you gonna get the intelligence. It's not gonna work. May I ask you one more thing?
Yeah.
Why is it the government don't look out for, all right, say you have a lady a sell for 30, 40 on a small stall, but you sell on a small stall same way, but you have over 100,000 foreigners coming, mainly the Chinese, and we see them have every wholesale now, most of the wholesale, the supermarket, and everything that's easy like that. Why like that? Why the government don't stand up for them people first, put the people first?
You see, it's corruption again, Lonesome. You're not supposed to give work permit for work that Jamaicans can do. And Chinese and Indians are getting work permit to sell in stores. Rubbish. Rubbish. Every Jamaican can sell in our store. And we're giving work permit to Chinese and Indians. You're giving work permit to Chinese to mix concrete. That shouldn't be.
So these things, if your government coming back to power, these things have to change immediately.
Have to change. You know one of the problems we're having in Jamaica, Lonesome?
Yes.
We're not dealing with food security. From April of 2020, I've been saying to the government, invest $1.5 billion in agriculture so that we can feed ourselves. Chicken meat in Jamaica now is $330 a pound. A country like Jamaica should never import 1 ounce of chicken meat. We shouldn't import a ounce of pork. We shouldn't import a ounce of goat meat or beef. These are things that we can produce ourselves efficiently right here in Jamaica.
Yes, yes. And
but again, it's the vision, my brother.
Go against the vision. So the people then going to speak out against these things. And as I said before, come on, talk to you again before the election, you know. I want to talk to you. I'm going to talk to some other people right across the board. So I'm going to talk to you again because I see my time I run up like 54 minutes, nearly an hour now. Yeah. So definitely me and you have to talk again.
Yeah, we'll keep the link.
Yeah, man, me and you have to talk again. And I'm going to call you. Because me and you have to talk again, definitely. The conversation have to continue. And if we get into office, we still want to follow up because we want to see the road.
Yes, man, definitely.
So me definitely go. Never put an eye on the ears right there because I want to see. By the way, my father bury a Portland. You know the place good.
Bless up yourself. All right, my brother. All right. Respect.
All right. You're blessed. All right, bless. Yes, people, bless here. All right. Yes. Yes, man. Talk again. But tell them, you know, loan some all over the place. Some, you know, the place good. Yeah? Yes, man. All right. Later. Remember, we have the General Secretary, Colin Powell, Campbell. Yeah, Campbell later, 8 o'clock tonight. Yeah? All right. Loan some.